Hi, everybody who's coming here. This is an intuitive message also that I will put up a few today. I got stuck in my bedroom for some reason I don't want to detail. While I'm not that kind of tarot reader who just do reading in her bed, and everybody can see my bedroom and my bed and things like that. I found it too private, so I don't want to give out readings like that. But as I meditate a lot, as I can't leave my bed, I get many channeling and many downloads about people who probably watch me, and I just hope maybe these people can watch me and get the message. In this message, it might not resonate with you, of course. In that case, if you do not you are not interested in this intuitive message, you just skip it and go and find another video that might be more interesting for you, okay? This message is about a divine feminine. And this divine feminine used to be a karmic, okay? And coming from a really rich family, and I would say this is a woman who was as a child these girls. So these trained her to be a decent woman, to be a decent wife one day to a rich man. And this woman has not known a family life where love was the most important thing, or accepting everybody as they are. So she grew up with values like high society values, like having expensive clothes, looking really expensive, and having lots of money is power. Having a very rich husband is something, the main reason for a woman to live. That's what she was taught when she was growing up. Also, have to take care of her body, take care of her face, her beauty, have to please women, have to please men, also women as friends, to have good friends from high society circles. She was trained to be in this perfect world. And she was living her early adulthood separately from her family in an apartment, and got a high-profile job also. And time to time went home to visit her family, you know, like Christmas, Easter, and things like that. And I didn't really see how she got there, but I got the image that she was kind of tied up her hands back, and she was in a kind of communion with many women, not just alone. And she has finished on a place with these women were really aggressive men, and they were raping these women there. Well, this woman went through, I don't want to go into this because it's heavy energy, but she went through 3 years of her life being sold as a sex slave, okay, to very wealthy man, really far from his hometown, from her hometown. And what was really interesting, that how a mindset of a sex slave can be transformed so they accept this position as a sex slave, and also the life she lived before and she had because of this kidnapping, practically what's happened. And this divine feminine went through hell during those 3 years. This rich man who bought her was from a high society also, but from a different country, a different continent, and was a bit cruel with women like her. And she went through not just rape, not just physical aggression, humiliation, all kind of humiliation, almost like torture. But he was borrowed also to friends or business partner who came to visit this rich person. And one day there was somebody who came to visit this rich person doing business with him, and this person recognized this woman. It's a very long story. I don't really want to go into details. I will be honest with you, because I'm a writer also. I might even write a novel, a book from it, because it's really interesting. Well, if you recognize yourself in this story, I would appreciate you would contact me on email. And if you could give me your authorization to write this story and also to give more details, maybe. Well, I get back to the downloads, what I got. So briefly, what's happened, this guy who recognized this woman probably was one of the friends or business partner of her dad. Excuse me, guys. Somehow organized that this woman was saved. And practically they stole this woman from this rich man and took this woman back to her country. And she tried to become normal again, to try to be there for her family and her friends. But for her, these 3 years was like the dark night of the soul. At the beginning, the dark night of the soul. Because when she got back to her life she had before, she realized that she changed a lot. And also the trauma, the pain she's been through changed her. And because of her trauma, the friends very slowly disappeared. And also the family started to reject her because she just stopped behaving like this high society woman do, like she was brought up, she was taught to do, and she didn't see the value of it anymore. She didn't want it to be a housewife of a rich man. She just was trying to heal herself from these 3 years of horror. And she was totally fed up doing this high-profile job. I'm not sure exactly what was her job to do. I think it's in finances, because I could see many so I think it's I don't think she was an accountant, but it's about finances and shift, but it has not importance what she did, but it was a high profile job and it took up all of her time. And this girl studied in a really good universities, so she has a really high qualification. And so when she got back and went through this stuff, she was not interested anymore in this finance job. She just didn't want it to get back to this old life. So what's happened is, like, she had some money put away for that she saved. And what she did is she bought a land somewhere really far from people and started to build up a little kind of tiny house, or I don't know how to describe it, to plant stuff. So it's like an off-grid living, okay? And living her life there and trying to find, how shall I put this, a reason to live, find herself, who she is, and find the reason to stay alive. Because when she got back to her country from this abusive 3 years, she was traumatized so much she even tried to commit suicide, and thanks God she couldn't manage to do it. And while she was living there off-grid, she changed a lot. She learned a lot about nature, healed a lot, and she went through a transformation. And there were other people also coming and trying to ask her to teach her how to live off-grid. So she started to build a kind of community, like a tiny house community or off-grid or whatever. And very often her dad went back to her and said that you need to stop these hippie things, you have to come back, and I help you to find a husband who is very rich and very educated and good reputation, blah blah blah, you know. But she was not at all interested in this. And what happened is, one day a guy came to this community who was a divine masculine also, and these two fall in love. But what happened is the father did not appreciate it. So there is some ugly started to happen in this little community. what the dead wanted to destroy this community, and also make this divine masculine being afraid of him and his power, so this divine masculine would disappear, and that his daughter could come back to him. And it didn't really happen, but the people who were living on that land with this woman went through hell because of the father of this woman. And finally, what's happened is this father of this woman finally got really, really sick. And the lovely divine feminine went regularly in a hospital to take care of him, time to time. And what this divine feminine is somewhere in this situation now, that her father is in a hospital and her lover, they are engaged actually since some time, and what's happening is this divine feminine shows beaucoup, a huge quantity of love to her dad. And the last few days, the last few hours, and it's a way to say goodbye, but in a way this divine feminine practically show this divine love to her dad. So before the dad is passing away, while he went through a very quick dark night of the soul, I don't know how to describe this, the realization that who is her daughter and really, and the whole value system what he built up in all of his life was wrong. So this download I put up because this story of this woman is very, very interesting, and I think there are many people in this situation, might be, and can help people decide to forgive and go back. And even when your family members do horrible things to you because of your shining, sometimes it's important that we have that talk with them, we have that clarification with them, because that could plant seed in their heart, and this seed can grow up and make them realize the reality, make them wake up and see the world as it is in really. And also, the main reason why we are awakened, that we could cultivate values, divine values in our heart, in our soul, so our soul could develop on a higher level. So when we die, we can move on a higher position, or how shall I put this? When you learn your life lesson in your life, the next life, what you will have, you will move on to the next stage. Do you understand? And this example will help you to decide something, or maybe it will resonate with many women, not just one. Well, please do feel free to leave some comments under the video. Well, at the end, what I see is just a really nice peaceful relationship with this guy. They will get married, and also I saw her pregnant, so they will have a child. But what I could see that she started to laugh, she started to glow divinely, and really the good things that she was asking the universe from was coming into her life. And these things were not financial stuff, okay? So I don't know if somebody can fit themselves into this reading and would leave a message. That would be really, really useful. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.